Hello everybody, welcome back to Huddersfield Town Fan TV for another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be picking 4 players I would love to see us sign this summer. This will be part 1 of 2, by the way, with the second episode released tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. But yes, I don't know why I'm talking about players right now, because the owner is still messing around picking a manager and a sporting director, if we are to have a sporting director, of course. Don't know what's going on, radio silence by the club. And yes, people keep telling me to calm down and keep saying, with the season only just finished. Yeah, and it's about having a bit of common sense as well. The amount of work that needs to be done at this club is ridiculous before we start next season. We need practically a new squad, more or less. 7 or 8 players we need through the door, but practically a new squad. And then we need a manager, we need a sporting director first and foremost as well. So look, guys, there's no time to waste, to be honest with you, and I'm not buying all these excuses that I keep hearing. But yes, we are going to be here to discuss some of the signings that I'd like to see us make. So yes, before we do get into the video though, please don't forget to drop a like on this video. It does help with the algorithm. And subscribe if you are new around here too. Yes, on the road to 1,000 subscribers. My dream goal is at 1,000 subscribers, guys. I've been pushing for a while now, and like I said, my consistency, yeah, I'm just going to keep being consistent on this channel, guys, and just keep bringing the content for you all. And hopefully we can get there very soon. Also, get your comments in down below on a few names you would like to see us sign this summer as well. And also what you make of my choices that I'm about to reveal in a moment as well. Let me know what you think of my choices too. But yes, without further ado, let's get straight into this video then, guys. So look, I'm basically going to go from back to front, basically. And I'm going to go through a few targets I've got from back to front. Goalkeeper, through defence, midfield, and the striker options as well. Obviously, we're not going to go through the whole team today because there is part 2 coming tomorrow. So there is in 2 parts, guys. So yeah, there will only be 1 part. I think I go up to, I think I mentioned one of the midfielders in this video, up to one midfielder in this video, and then the rest tomorrow. Yes. But look, my first target that I would love to see. Look, make no mistake about it, guys. We know that we need to bring a new goalkeeper in, a number 1. And for me, this guy has really impressed me whilst being out on loan at Wimbledon. And it is Owen Goodman. Yes. He has come through the academy at Crystal Palace. He has been on loan at Wimbledon this past season. Still, his season is still going on because Wimbledon did get into the playoffs. But yes, he's 21 years of age. He's 6'1", and he has played a big part in Wimbledon's push into the playoffs. You know, and I watched him the other night, and I was really impressed when they were playing in the playoffs the other night in the first leg, and I was really impressed with what I saw, to be honest with you. You know, really fantastic shot stopper, what you want as a goalkeeper. Too many. The football's gone that way where, it's all about goalkeepers need to use their feet and all this rubbish. No, you need to actually save shots first and foremost, and then that's the way I see it. And especially in League One, you don't need that type of goalkeeper anyway. So you know what I mean. So. But I do think he's pretty good with his feet anyway, to be honest with you, from what I saw. And like I said, he seems very calm, composed, you know, commands his area very well too. Confident, you know what I mean? And yes, like I say, he really impressed me. He did pick up the man of the match the other night too. Like I said, and yeah, he was brilliant, you know, mate. I mean, he has got quick feet, you know what I mean? Alert to danger, sees it early. And yeah, 5 big saves he pulled off the other night, and it was an amazing performance throughout the match. Um, but look, I've not just based it off one game. By the way, guys, I have actually gone into I have actually gone and done my research as well. And look, this guy is the real deal. 21 clean sheets in 45 games. And like I said, we all know we need a new goalkeeper. I think this guy fits the bill. Now, because he is at Crystal Palace, guys, it is probably going to be a loan for this guy, because I just don't think we'll be able to. I think it's more likely to be a loan. But the thing is, if Wimbledon don't go up, then that means that maybe Crystal Palace will look at it and think, you know what, he's not going to get game time here, so we're going to send him out a division higher into League One and see how he does in League One, and hopefully he will be coming to us. I would love to see him come to us. But yeah, that is my first. This is not in order, by the way, but this is just going from back to front. By the way, like I said, Owen Goodman, a goalkeeper, good age, has had experience in the EFL, like I said, this season, and I do think that I think he was also at Colchester as well before that as well on loan. So yes, he has had experience in the EFL, guys, and like I said, I was just really impressed with what I saw the other night, especially first time really I've watched him, but overall he has really impressed, because I've seen, you know what I mean, what Wimbledon fans have been saying on social media and things like that, and Crystal Palace think highly of him as well. Obviously his parent club. So for me, bring him in. Yes, it's not ideal. He's a loan. We want a permanent, really, don't we? But I just think, for now, I just think it'd just be fine just to get a loan in. And there's a fly going around here, guys. Oh, come on, you're disrupting my stream. You're disrupting my video here right now. Anyways, so yes, that is my first player that I'd like to see come in. Next up, I have got a player that, look, is very highly thought of in the EFL as well. Numerous clubs chasing this guy, and I'm not surprised, he's a top player. And that is Paudie O'Connor. Of course, O'Connor, a centre-back, and he currently plays for Lincoln City in the same league as us, of course. A player that is a strong presence at the back, you know what I mean, standing at 6'3". His attributes is exactly what we need at the back, guys. You know what I mean? Experienced at this level too. And his availability as well was brilliant, playing 39 times out of 46 league games. And to be fair, the 7 games he did miss wasn't because he was injured. It was because he got a straight red card in one game, and he did get 2 yellow cards in another game as well. So he seems to be a bit discipline might be a little bit of an issue, but look, two matches out of 39 games he played, guys. I mean, I don't think it's over. Things can happen. You can get red cards, you can get a second yellow card. These things happen. So, but he is available more often than not. You know what I mean? Which, look, that's what I base my players that I want to bring in, because I want to, in terms of like availability, the qualities that they've got as well. Availability is a big one, as we know, guys, because the reality is, and quality at this level, because I just think that we have gone for players that are injury prone, and that has been proven, for the past 2 years. With the amount of injuries we've had, especially in this last season, it's just crazy the amount of injuries we had. But that's what you get when you sign injury-prone players. It isn't rocket science. But look, like I said, he's attracting a lot of interest. And yeah, look, he's full of experience. Like I say, he's good age as well. Didn't actually get his age on my research here, but I think he's about 20, mid-20s, I think. He's about 27, I think he is. When you want a quick search, it never works, does it? Yeah, he's 27. He's 27. So look, you know what I mean. He is the perfect player for us. We need strength at the back. We need physicality. We need strength. We just need height at the back that we can rely on. And you know what I mean. And yeah, I just really like him. I think he's a top player. The next player I want to bring in is Brendan Wiredu. Yes, guys, another centre back. Surprise, surprise. Look, we need centre backs. We've already let go of a couple this summer. You know, with Pearson, Lees. So we need some centre backs in there, guys. Now, and I think this guy fits the bill completely. I think like I said, big, strong centre back again. 6'3", so again more height in at the back. Currently at Fleetwood in League Two. But look, I think a lot of people look down at these lower leagues and think, oh, they're in League Two, they can't be any good. Well, not really, no, because the reality is some players have to work their way up. And it doesn't mean because he's been in League Two this past season or so, doesn't mean that he's League Two standard. It just means that he's had to start at the bottom and work his way up. He clearly is a player that should be higher than League Two. No disrespect to Fleetwood, but he should be in the higher division than League Two. And I think he has all the attributes as well, and also the quality to play at this level that we're in League One where we are. 25 years of age, this guy. So look, this is his prime years. To be honest with you, so this would be a perfect time to sign him as well. I just think he looks like he's got something like he's good, he gets tackles in as well. You know what I mean, throws his body on the line, and yeah, he's just a proper centre half like Paudie O'Connor, like I mentioned earlier. Again, availability is always available. Well, pretty much always available. More often than not, played 37 times out of 49 games in total in league and cup. So yes, which is another big fact, like I said, because we want players that are available, are reliable. 37 out of 49 games. That is a lot of games. I know it's not every single game, but he may have been rested for a few of the cup games or whatever. I don't really know, but yeah, this is another guy that I'd love to see come in. And look, all these players that I've looked at, they aren't going to cost that much. So I'm not asking the owner to spend $1 million, 2 million each player here. These players can be got at for less than that, and that is it. But they're good players. And they deserve to have a jump up now. Well, this guy, especially in League Two, he deserves, Wiredu, he deserves a step up now, in my opinion. And my fourth and final player of this part, like I said, part 2 coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. But this is part 1, and my last player is a player that I really like as well, really good. And he's a midfielder, currently playing at Reading, Lewis Wing, yes, currently at Reading, like I said, plays in central midfield. I was really impressed with him last season. Like I said, his numbers maybe don't really show what look, a lot of people are obsessed with stats, and I think these stats, scoring 9 goals and assisting 7 might not sound great, but I do think that he is a player that has shown so much in most games. He's been their player that they've always looked to create and to score goals as well. And I just really rate him. I think he's got some really good skill. A really attacking midfielder. We need creativity. We need to get that midfield. We need a midfield that can dominate. And I've got a player tomorrow that I'm gonna say, a few more midfielders that I want to see in this team, because they can dominate. But this guy, I think he's more the creative spark. You know what I mean? Pulling the strings. Can get goals as well. And yeah, well, I think he would be a brilliant signing for us. And again, if you look at his availability as well, he is available more often than not, guys. He's played 46 times in the league this season. He's played every single game this season. So, you know what I mean? He's made a few other appearances in the cups as well. So He's made 50 appearances this season. He's reliable, but he's also got the quality to come in and you know what I mean, and really make a difference to our midfield. Well, look, I don't think he can be making a difference to our midfield because our midfield has been lacking for so long now in our team. So yeah, we need some proper midfielders in there, and this guy is fantastic. You know, like I say, central midfield. He can play in other positions though. Defensive midfield, he can play attacking midfield, but he's a central midfielder. He is a very good player and another player that I would love to see us sign, absolutely. And he has played a big part in their season, as I said. You know, they just missed out on the playoffs. But look, the fact that he was always available, and the fact that you can tell that he's a winner as well. And I could say that about all the Reading squad, because you know why I say that? Because, as we know, Reading have had their off-the-field issues with the administration thing, financial situation, administration issues there. And you know what? Those Reading players, they didn't even know if they were getting paid from one week to the other, but they stayed committed, they stayed professional, and they gave their all for their club every single game. So full credit to them. But look, Lewis Wing, he's a player that, again, won't really break the bank, but he's experienced, you know what I mean, at this level. And yeah, look, he has, like I say, he's been across the EFL, hasn't he? You know, like Middlesbrough, Wickham, Sheffield Wednesday, you know, Rotherham, and Yeovil. So, but again, a player that has had to work his way up from the very, very bottom as well, from non-league up to where he is now in League One. So full credit to him for that. And so yeah, look, I'm waffling on now, but look, that is my 4 players that I would love to see come in. Part 1 of this. I'm going to be bringing 4 new players tomorrow in the part 2 of this little mini series, if you could call it. I don't know if you call it a series, but anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down below on what you make of my choices, and if you want to add some more names into the hat who you would like to see us sign, then feel free to drop them down below as well. But guys, thank you so much for your support, and yes, join me tomorrow for part 2 of who I would like to see us sign this summer. Until the next time, take care, and thanks all for watching. Up the town.